Hey guys, how are you? Today's book is Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari is basically a collection of events, the sayings, literally everything about Prophet Muhammad from Islam. So Muslims basically follow the primary source of their religion, of their faith, is the Quran. And the Hadith, which is this book, Sahih al-Bukhari, and there are other books also, which are basically a compilation of the history of how the Prophet lived his life before and after the revelation, and how his companions used to live, how was his day-to-day dealing with people, his sayings, how he acted upon, and all of these things basically are called hadith. And these are basically histories, events, and Quran, on the other hand, is basically what we believe is the last testament, First the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran is basically the last testament that God revealed, and it cannot be changed. So this specific volume is basically, because in the original volume of the Sahih al-Bukhari there are repetitions of the hadith, because it goes like, for example, one person heard the Prophet saying such and such thing, and there's a repetition of the same hadith that another person also heard, that this person asked the Prophet and he replied. So repetitions are like that in this hadith book. There are other volumes, other books of the hadith which are known as the Kitab al-Sitta, the 6 books, and those 6 books have further volumes of the history. So the first is Sahih al-Bukhari, and Bukhari was basically the compiler of this, and Sahih means authentic. And this specific book, because this is basically 1 in a 9 all volumes in one book, no repetition in this literary hadith. It's basically that. Okay, so this book doesn't have repetitions. It sort of like compiles it in a way that if there were 6 hadith of the same topic, it would be considered as one, and this is printed in this book. So I wanted to make a series on these, so where I can, talk to you guys about the hadiths and other hadiths, also not specifically this one, like literally every other. So I'm gonna make series on such and such hadiths and books. So let's start with the first one. It starts with revelation. Okay, I'm gonna go by one. It's sort of, I want to make this as a series of all the hadiths, and let's see where it goes. So it starts with, narrated Umar bin al-Khattab, I heard Allah's messenger saying, the reward of deeds depends upon the intentions, and every person will get the reward according to what he has intended. So whoever immigrated for worldly benefits or for a woman to marry, his immigration was for what he immigrated for. So this is basically the first hadith. So let me just tell you beforehand that these were compiled in Arabic. That's the original language, okay? And according to my knowledge, one word of Arabic can have different meanings depending upon the situation it is used, and the punctuation it is used. So it is better to read these books in Arabic, but I do not know how to read Arabic, and I know that other people also do not know how to. So this is basically a translation in English. So in translation there can be some sort of mistake. So I'm reading this book just for the sake of conveying knowledge. So if there's someone out there who wants to dig deep, he needs to dig deep by learning the Arabic. Okay, for if he or she is looking for a deeper meaning, a conclusion, something like that, okay, you have to read it deeply. So this won't be a deep understanding of the book. This is basically me narrating the hadiths.